that stood up to me.
Yeah, but we can forget about him.
Yeah, it was just one ant.
Yeah, you're right. It's just one ant.
Yeah, boss, they're puny.
Puny? Say, let's pretend this brain is a puny little ant. Did that hurt?
Nope.
Well, how about this one?
Are you kidding?
How about this? You let one ant stand up to us, then they all might stand up. Those puny little ants outnumber us 100 to 1. And if they ever figure that out, there goes our way of life. It's not about food. It's about keeping those ants in line. That's why we're going back. Does anybody else want to stay?
My blessings go to each and every one that's affected by what's going on in the world today. We're all affected by it one way or another, and hopefully we get through this in a way that we can come out better and become more people. But the bill that just passed is not a bill for the working class. Yeah, we get a little change here and there, but that's always we get a little change. But the rest of the money, we gotta pay in taxes. The rest of the money goes to these corporations, these companies. We, the working class, gotta pay for it. It's just crazy that we get scraps after scraps after scraps. That's why I put that video before this, to let you understand that that's a true statement. If we outweigh these people, and we need to come together and stick together. I'm putting aside all the differences and whatnot. I think the truck drivers come together and we should just pull over. I hate to say this, the only reason I say we should pull over because there's only two people right now dealing with this. I mean, working wise, that are dealing with this. I mean, everybody's dealing with it, but working, we're the ones that the truck drivers don't get to see our family. We're the ones that we got to pull over, make sure we get these stocks, we get these stores, get the product, and that's fine. We're doing our part, and which we should. But should not be compensated more for what we're doing? I think the government should be like, instead of paying these companies money, they should give it to the working class, the truck drivers right now. To start, like, hey, we're giving you extra $6,000 to $8,000 a month on top of what you're paying, because without you guys, the pandemic would be even worse. You go to these stores right now, you see the shelves empty, a couple hours. Next day they stop. Man, these shelves be empty for 2-3 days. It'd be for weeks. It'd be crazy. The next, I think the doctors and nurses, they need to pay like $15,000-$20,000 on top of their pay a month till this is over. Truck drivers and nurse doctors, because they're the ones on the front lines dealing with it. Remember, if you get sick, you're not seeing a truck driver. You're gonna see these doctors and lawyers. Oh, hold on, my bad. Doctors and nurses, but doctors and nurses, you're gonna see them to get better. But even they need supplies, and who bring the supplies in? The truck drivers. We're the ones out here making sure that y'all get stuff. But these nurses and doctors, they need to be getting some money. Then comes the working class. Everybody affected by this. Not the companies, the working class. Whether you laid off or not, the working class needs to get that money. And that's just people need to come together. And I think if the truck drivers would start this movement, everybody else would start. The companies have no choice. The government has no choice other than say, we got to do what the people say. And I think we should come together. And I'm going to put over here why that bill, the stimulus package. I mean, if you need it, you need it, understand. But it's only if this goes on for another 4 or 5 months. That doesn't help you, one-time payment. Doesn't help you. You know what will help you? The $6 trillion that goes to the working class affected by this. Not the corporations, not the elites. The working class. We could boost the economy up. Don't worry about the economy. We'll get there. We'll deal with that later. Let's deal with ourselves. Let's deal with our health first. Let's deal with this first. Then we can go on to other things. But if we get enough people to support this and let it move on, we will put a date and say, yo, truck drivers want to stop, pull over. Until the government understands we run this country. The workers, the people who built this country, the people that built the skyscrapers, the people that taught the higher class these companies. Those are the ones that run this country. It's time for us to step up. Right now, it's time. That bill wasn't shit for us. Yeah, this article is crazy. $75 billion, which goes to the airline industry. What has the airline industry has ever stocked these shelves? Made people feel better. Why do they need to bail out after them being been so long? Now they need help with the time of hardship. That's crazy. $425 trillion goes to a lending facility at the Federal Reserve. Think about that. The Federal Reserve gets $425 trillion. Come on, people. You gotta do better. Yeah, and this right here is crazy that these companies can still fire you and there's no repercussions at the end of it. On top of the bill, so they get the bailout, and we as the taxpayers gotta pay this money back. Why? When these corporations have money, these corporations should be helping the country right now. And again, we always get screwed. The people on the lower end get screwed every time. They gotta put a stop to this. You can just look at it for yourself. Wait till the next thing you see. That really is gonna be, I don't know. This one that really gets me. The richest man in the world is asking us to donate to Amazon, to his workers, when you made all that money. A few years ago, you broke $50 billion. Last year, you had to pay no taxes. And you got to pay taxes for the next several years, and you need help? Why aren't you helping your employees? Why aren't you helping out the country? Why haven't you publicly said, I'm donating this, I'm taking half of my funds to do this? Because the companies are greedy, and it's time for us to put a stop to this, yo. It really is time for us to put a stop to this. Man, it's just time for us to come together, do a pledge, and let these companies and this government know that it's done. We're tired of this. We're tired of getting scraps from y'all and have to bail this country out over and over while the top elite don't have to do nothing but just sit there and just collect. It's time for a change, people. Let's pledge to stand together. We get enough people to support this, we'll set a date. So let's pledge to do this, man. Come on, y'all. It's time for countries to come together. The workers, and make a change.